It's March 27th, 2022. Watching this morning what they're trying to pull off. I'm thinking to myself, all right, so tie-ins to yesterday, I discovered on Discovery some real sports that goes on at the military-industrial complex elsewhere. I'm like, all right, so being that they're of this like championship, like military sports mindset, I was like, if that's the case, that would explain a little better why so much of this face brute in et tu brute? God, it's like eyesores everywhere. Then I got Faca Brute over here. I mean, it's a landscape, New York, of are they playing Capture the Flag? I'm just curious, because I mean, again, I could say, oh, it's a messenger from God, right? Yeah, okay. Or I could just be honest and say they're eyesores, they're somebody else's cup of brass, and they've got frogs in their throat with different agendas, and they're ruining New York. Just be honest, on the Northeast coast. I don't know if any of the other states within the corridor of United States of America, if it's a playing field, if there's one flag to capture. I'm just saying, there's four monumental men. They have very specific looks. They're a silver color. I don't understand how we got Faca Brute from everywhere else coming in and descending upon New York in this Big Apple. Looks like poison. Just saying. So, now, this is the next thing. The next Faca Brute says, oh, they're so supportive. They're coming by, they're honking their horns, they're giving us their fist pump. Right, yeah, see, here's the thing, at where the Italians come from, when we see this level of Faca Brute, or this level of Faca Brute, when we give you the fist, it's because our moms taught us to put the middle finger down. And so it's like, but it's get out of my city! How do you tell the difference between go Peacocks and get the fuck out of my city? It's still the same fist pump, I'm just curious. And they're in a car, so you can't hear their words, so we don't start fights. But I'm just saying.
Final Four is on the line. CBS 2's Christina Fan joins us live from Jersey City, home of the Peacocks. Hi, Christina.
Good morning, Cindy, and go Peacocks. You know, we're actually parked right around the corner, and all more...
Last time I checked with her overlord and warlord, they're not like, I mean, they're rooting for their home team. I've never seen this Faca Brute root for anybody else's team. They're highly competitive. They instruct their own, and they usually don't play well with strangers. Just saying. So, again, I take everything they say with a grain of salt of like, now where is that coming from in esoteric messages that are up to no good always? Because earlier in the program of this morning, during this Cinderella run on this Channel 2 News, there were two pill dispensaries. They call them pharmacies. Now, that would be the physique harm that the drug companies are up to because they're not fixing the physics in some bigger drug war. Barbara Bush used to do the war on drugs, right? Yeah. I'm thinking the white people lost that argument because there were much more profitable frogs playing in a much more insidious game that still nobody's gotten a handle on. Just saying. People running a marathon to a faraway place and just burying their head in the sand rather than actually pulling for whatever needs to be done. But so I noticed one guy this morning at Pill Dispensary, calling it a pharmacy, is planning on giving pills away. He has very dark skin. And then the other guy claims he's Colombian. I'm like, eh. And he's needs to make money at the pill dispensary, so he's still charging, but now he included black and white tiles on the floor. I don't know why. And he's also like has baked goods, and it's like an ice cream parlor with the pills, the magic pills. And they're not herb supplements. They're synthetic drugs from Big Pharma.
All morning long, people, they have been waving at us, they have been shouting at us, they have been giving us fist pumps as they drive past every...
Yeah, in Italian, just so we're clear. Usually that does means like we want you out of our place, out of like I mean we have secured job to do for Mount Rushmore, and there's an intrusion going on. There was a big break-in in the White House. I don't know if the rest of the kiddos in the United States of America noticed, but the messenger that they sent was definitely from a game that was much more insidious than I think Mount Rushmore was comfortable being involved in.
One is really cheering.
But it is amazing how they paint the message like, no, they're cheering us on. No, that's
positive for COVID.
Oh my God, look at this.
In a tweet, the director, composer, and
it's now the scars. We did leave some scars on the children, didn't we? Right. They have a whole movie academy.
But no word yet on when that will happen. Lin-Manuel Miranda says he will not attend to...
See this word? It says O, and then it says the word scars. Right, yeah, they did leave some scars in the eyesores on the playing field. It's a problem, and it's been getting worse, it feels, as time goes on, and grassroots seem to grow into deeper roots, and I'm just saying it's a lot of stray cats in... They're not even considered cats where I come from at fat cat territory. But for an example...
10.
Now watch how the frog in her throat tries to persuade the couch potato that the currency that currently has Mount Rushmore kiddos on it should be changed to be more inclusive of like Anna Wong in Faca Brute on the money coming into a quarterback near you, is what I say. Why are we not protecting the flag and the money system, monetary system in the United States of America? I'm just curious because there was some kind of like big thing. I mean, they carved it into a big rock. They made a big statement out of monumental men, and they gave them a big responsibility of territory. Why are the Faca Brute of all kinds having frogs in their throat from sports arenas elsewhere with champions and planning committee in Eastern Athletics Association? Why are they now bringing these messages into an arena and a couch potato in a living room near me, is my question.
Aims to inspire by depicting women who are featured on currency.
And then they have soft targets like the moron white woman who's like, oh no, New York, we should have a currency that's more all-inclusive. Home team coaches, perhaps a real conversation about what's going on in hidden den elsewhere at den napping. Perhaps now would be when you come out of the woodwork and rescue your players that are on the field and having a little bit of problem with all the psychological torture they've been under that was sent from elsewhere. It's just a suggestion. I mean, I know better than like give orders, but
currency around the world.
This is Frida Kahlo. From the Mexican peso to the West African franc, even coins from ancient Greece. This is Australian currency. And they have a woman on their currency, a woman who was a famous journalist and was women's rights advocate. Inside her.
Well, my question is, what team does this woman play for? Are you trying to have yourself and your grandchildren killed by multiple foreign enemies from elsewhere by being so agreeable and all-inclusive of the problem children with frogs in their throat from much more dangerous men elsewhere? It's just a curiosity piece on my part at this point. Oh, now here's one. Ready for this one?
The first birth control pill for men could be getting closer to reality. Scientists at the University of Minnesota.
Oh my goodness. That's a good idea, because I don't need more seedlings in the local New York or whatever us population at the moment.
Minnesota developed a pill that blocks a vitamin A producing gene needed for conception.
More pills. Wow, they came up with a money solution for why are there so many?
After a 4-week test on mice, researchers say the pill dramatically reduced sperm counts. It was 99% effective in preventing pregnancy with. Doctors caution while the findings are encouraging, they are also preliminary.
I'm excited because this is something different. This is something non-hormonal. We have to wait.
Oh my God. Why is this calling itself a doctor in the New York area?
Are encouraging, they are also preliminary.
I'm excited because of.
Why is this? This is another frog problem trying to capture the flag and change currency and procreate in somebody else's garden during a den napping, which means they're trying to kidnap Eden, which is where some of us used to be able to enjoy and spend some time without intruders. But now there's some money-making schematic going on, and this seems to be replacing what used to be a friendly face if something went wrong in an interim where they're supposed to be fixing the real problem with planetary environment and weather elsewhere. Not these people, the people that keep me safe. All right, he says he's excited. Now listen why, because the FDA, so now the federal government is involved in giving him time and money and innocent participants to find out shit that they already know, but to involve them somehow in some clinical. So then they get get active, unsuspecting victims to sign up for these clinicals, and they call it clinical trial. So then it goes into some more permanent format. So they can sell more at the physical pharmacy or the pill dispensary, where they make tons of money and then they never want to leave us alone.
Because this is something different, this is something non-hormonal, we have to wait. It may take years before we actually see this as an option for men.
If the FDA gives the okay, clinical trials for humans could begin within 6 months. What's a near total?
Oh my God, and now that's 2 Faca brutes that are involved in this schematic because now she knows about it. She knows about it, now her frog knows about it. Now her frog champion Olympians that only care about poisoning and making money so they live fat cats somewhere else. Just saying. And they could buy more toys at the Mick complex. Now here's another one. Now this takes place in New Jersey. Et tu Brute and the other one both know about it. They're planning on giving away pills magically to the public so they gain some afterlife credits, I'm assuming, because there's some sick twist-in or tie-in with some religious effigy somewhere in the Not All Men Are Bad. Yeah, till you start untying their motives. and
See,
their
a first-of-its-kind
operating
charitable
manuals.
pharmacy is set to open next month in Monmouth County. The Ritesh Shah Charitable Pharmacy in Red Bank will have no cash register. All life-saving
Whoa, what is going on? And this is definitely not a Mount Rushmore child, for certain. It's not a silver-colored rock at rock, paper, scissors. It's now giving away a supply of feel-good, magical, whatever in some hook. And then it moves to a story of another man who goes by a different landmass that calls himself something else that actually charges insurance companies, which insurance companies are like the banking institution of the organized criminal children that are here hurting other people's children and lying through their teeth about how wonderful they are.
medications are free of charge. Most of the patients will come from local clinics where they are pre-approved to receive the free medication. Others can apply online or at the pharmacy. Shah says he wants to be part of the solution for those who struggle to afford the medicine they need.
They have to decide whether they want to put food on the table or buy the medication. I want to make sure I'm there for them.
Shah and his wife Asha have partnered with pharmaceutical companies and Dispensary of Hope, a national organization that distributes pharmaceuticals to low-income, chronically ill patients.
That is such a worming. I mean, it's why are there so many here that are homeless? Like, you make it sound like nobody wanted them or expected them to be here. Oh, wait, is that really what happened? Right, yeah, so why are we trying to make room? From a coach from elsewhere that I'm totally deficient of, I'm thinking as his cheerleader is one in the field. Perhaps he needs a cheerleader that says, is every New Yorker crazy? Because it's looking that way from the TV view. All right, now this one, this is a different topic because it's a small business, so it has some layover, but it still falls clearly within the lines of, like, again, this is what claimed to be a Continental before it got absorbed by Bank of America.
A neighborhood destination has offered locals healing and comfort for more than a century.
Unsuspecting victim is rooting for the wrong frog, as usual, in my observation.
Hi, I'm Manny Ramirez. I am the owner and pharmacist here at Dicta Pharmacy.
And tell me about Dicta Pharmacy. How would you describe this place as someone who's never been?
Dicta Pharmacy is an independent community pharmacy. We've been in Inwood, different locations for over 110 years. Not me the whole time, but I've owned Dicta since 2007.
But this is a special pharmacy.
Special pharmacy because it has food. It has food and it has the magical elixir botanicals of the snake oil salesman of the yesteryear in updated modern form.
Pharmacy for a lot of reasons, not least of which this old-fashioned soda fountain.
In the 40s, they had a soda fountain, and I was always very intrigued by it. Right now, coffee's $1. We have Wi-Fi.
But see all these bottles, here's vitamins. These are pharmaceutical synthetics that are big-time chemistry pharmaceuticals. People have to go to school for this in order to hand them over the counter and just count to 30 or maybe 90. But they have to go to really a specialized school for counting to 30 and 90 in this psychological crazy town they call New York.
You come in, you just buy one cup of coffee. You want to stay here 10 hours, then great. Take the pharmacy. This place is for everybody. What we used to have a lot of was community.
But I'm not going into how wonderful he is in selling his business. So it's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza. It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxies, Broken. It's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.